Very good morning, students. Today we will start chapter 35 in GK, that is National Sports, on page number 43. In this chapter, we have to do one exercise in which we have to match the national sports with their respective countries. The pictures of the sports or games are given in your exercise and name of the countries are given in a clue box. So we have to match them. While doing the exercise, please watch the video carefully because while doing the exercise, I'll give you some important things about those sports so that it will be helpful for you to remember the countries and their respective sports. So let's start the exercise. Students, in GK today we will start chapter 35, that is National Sports, on page number 43. Now what we have to do in this chapter? We have to match the countries with their national sports. Here you can see in your books that the picture of some sports are given over here and name of the countries are given in the clue box. Now you have to match the countries with their national sports among these pictures. Let's start with first one, that is first one. In the first picture you are seeing here the picture of a bull and the matador. Now what they are doing, they are going to fight or they are fighting over here. This fighting is called bullfighting. It is a kind of a game and it is a game of, or you can say it is a national sport of Spain. Now what bullfighting consists of? Bullfighting is a physical contest that involves a bullfighter and animal. A bullfight almost always ends with the matador killing of the bull with his sword. He is having a sword. With this sword, the bullfighter kills the bull at the end. So this is the national sport of Spain. Now second one is wrestling. In this picture you can see that two wrestlers are fighting with each other without any equipment. Means they are fighting with their hands. There are some rules for wrestling. Wrestling basically is the national sport of Iran. It is the national sport of Iran. So we will write over here H. Okay. Because H is given in this clue box. So wrestling is the national sport of Iran. What happens in wrestling? It is a sport or a contest in which two unarmed individuals struggle hand to hand with each other to unbalance the other, means to make them fall each other. So they are trying to make the fall their partner by using their hand, and this game is called wrestling, and wrestling is a national sport of Iran. Now third is volleyball. Okay, volleyball, I hope you all have played also in your school in your games period. Now let's discuss about volleyball. Volleyball is basically the national sport of China. It is a national sport of China. So we will write over here F from the clue box. Now what happens in volleyball? Volleyball is a team sport. You can see there are two teams in volleyball. Okay, so volleyball is a team sport in which two teams of 6 players, means in each team there are 6 players, are separated by a net. In between these two teams, there is a net. Each team tries to score point by grounding a ball on the other's team court. Okay. So volleyball is a national sport of China and there is two teams. It is a team game. There is two team form. Each team consists of 6 players and each team tries to ground the ball into other's team court. Okay. Now fourth one is football. Football is also a very common game and it is also a team sport. Okay. Now football is a national sport of Brazil. So we will write over here D from the clue box. Football is a national sport of Brazil. It is also a team sport and it involves varying degrees kicking a ball to score a goal. Each team tries to kick the ball into others' goal post. Understood? Now, another is hockey. Hockey is a national sport of our country, that is India. So we will write over here G. Okay. Now, hockey is also a team sport in which two teams played against each other by trying to maneuver a ball or a puck into the opponent's goal using a hockey stick. A small ball and hockey stick is there and they try to put the ball into other's post. Okay. Now, rugby. Rugby basically, it's a national sport of New Zealand. Rugby is a national sport of New Zealand. So we will write over here B. What happens in rugby? You can see here in the picture that a sport person is having a ball and he is running and all the members are running behind him. Now what happens in rugby? This game is played between two teams of 15 players each. Means each team consists of 15 players. They played with the oval shaped ball and it is based on running with the ball in hand. Okay, they run with the ball by catching it in the hand. Now, the most common and one of the favorite game in our country is cricket. Cricket is national sport of England. So we will write over here E. Cricket is a national sport of England. Cricket is obviously, you all are very much familiar with this game because it is very famous in our country also. It is two teams of 11 players in each team and it is played with the help of bat and ball. Now, another is table tennis. Table tennis is the national sport of Sri Lanka. So we will write over here C, Sri Lanka. Now, how the table tennis is played? This game is also known as ping pong and whiff wap. Okay, these are the other names of table tennis. In this game, 2 or 4 players hit a lightweight ball with the help of small rackets. As you can see here, they have the small rackets in their hand and a very small ball is kicked by these rackets from both the players. The number of players are either 2 or 4 in this game. Okay. So in this way, we have completed the national sport of different countries. Now let's see what Froggy speaks. The longest ever cricket match was played between England and South Africa at Durban in 1939. The match was played for 43 hours and 16 minutes over 10 days. Okay. For 10 days, the single match was played between England and South Africa. Okay. And this was called the longest ever cricket match. Okay. Now student, do this exercise and show your work in the class group. If you have any queries, just ask me during the class. Thank you, class.